Okay, I think we're all set up here. Welcome to the channel. This is Reliable Rudy. Just going to prepare for the stock market open tomorrow. Before we go into any charting, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Everything in this video is merely my opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. Just one quick thing I gotta do real quick. Alright, here we have the Nasdaq futures. On a day chart, same story. I'm waiting for the break of these wicks right here, early in this futures. It attempted to break over top of this high from yesterday's candle. If we go to a 15-minute chart, you can see that on this green candle, you break over top. Let's start shorter term first. As soon as you're breaking over top of this wick, you're not over top of this EMA, but now when you have these two wicks right here, as soon as you break over top of that, potential entry right there, because you go positive in the candle right before it, or as it's going. As it's turning green, you turn positive, positive. Would have been a beautiful entry. So we know from where we left off that we set a close somewhere in here, close to this uptrend. Okay, it's still above the uptrend. It looked like a short, so anything below that uptrend, you're thinking, okay, it's going to get a little bit bearish, but this uptrend has been holding quite well, and it's been developing this nice wedge pattern. Now you could call this a channel, an upward channel, but then it also had this wedge pattern right here. That's what it's going to have to fight over. So the Nasdaq, I would say, looks pretty bullish. So there's going to be trade opportunities out there. I'm expecting the green day tomorrow. I can already just envision this looking like a full green engulfing candle right through this. But then I also could see, if we clear the drawing, I could see some consolidation in all of this green volume that came into the stock market. Now, everything's up. Everything's doing good. But if we were looking for a potential pullback, it's not going to look pretty dropping below this wick right here. But this is my first retracement on this nice move that we've had in the stock market. Now if we were to get down to the middle of it, that's going to test people's buttons right there. But yeah, three potential pullback areas. I have a hard time thinking that we're going to be breaking below this low anytime soon. Even if we were to retest this area down here, pretty solid support that's built right there. But in a longer term view is still inside of this channel. So could it come back and respect this channel? Very well could. But that's your Nasdaq for you. We will go over to oil. Oil is looking as bullish as ever, I would say, through this meeting this downtrend. You break over top of this high yesterday. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. You can see we just got done setting a new high on oil, and now we're back testing what should have been the breakout price right there. So this looks very good. Doesn't look like too much increasing volume. It does have increasing green volume here with a little bit high on this spread selling volume, but I would say oil looks pretty good. I think we're going to see this high get taken out next, and that is going to bring us over. If we go to the day chart, this double top wick right here, so call it a breakout price somewhere around 81.25, 81.63 is that top line right there. So yeah, I would say all the oil plays are on for tomorrow. I'm going to quickly go over these. Amazon, if the market's going to open up green, Amazon for a takeout of this 97 flat, watch for it. AT&S, you know, potential retest of the previous high over here. This is a nice green candle that meets about halfway through this candle. BKTT, this is one that we just started a small position in, and we think that it has a chance to pan out. We may be FOMO'd in just a little bit right here, and then had an order in off that 202 right before 2 flat. We set a close below 2, but I'd look for an open price down here. This would be related to your Bitcoin. So if we go take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin looks like it has a beautiful wedge pattern forming right here. See this wedge that's forming? It's trying to say, hey, I'm going to break over top of this. So that is kind of our hedge, our play right there, is that, you know, we have a nice uptrend, a nice wedge pattern that's forming right here. Start scrolling through these a little bit faster. Let's go to a day chart on some of these. Be big. I want to see it continue to just keep ripping. By all means, just keep going up. We like when it just keeps going up. This one ended pretty bullish on the day. BHG. Now it could see some consolidation into the top of this wick, but we did draw that in already. You see, here's this previous wick right here. Put a wick right to it. Identified it, called it out. Let's see where we acted with this price. Gaps up, goes red, tests it on the very first candle, and stays bullish all day. BYD. '61 gap. Cardinal Health looking like a short. Coco a little bearish on the day. CF, now this is what we like to see. We want to see it just stay red. Just hover in this channel a little bit until we can get back positive. Potential gap up over top of your breakout price. Cows wanted the breakout, respected the channel, could be seeing a gap down, but with the oil being up like it is, it'd have to give up some strength. So I just don't see that. I see potential gap up actually in the cows above this 49.25, and it's maybe gonna go test 49, upper 49s tomorrow. That's what I see. CrowdStrike, very bullish day on CrowdStrike, set to close pretty much right at the gap fill. So I want to see buying pressure come in on this. With that gap filled now, I want to see buying pressure at the top of this candle. Let's just clear the chart. Bottom of the move, top of the move. Right there. That's where I want to see buyers come in. And, you know, if it opens flat, you know, in the middle between open or close price and where you want to buy it. CTRA, have this one on watch tomorrow. It gapped up, filled the gap, got really good buying pressure off the gap. If this wants to turn green, keep that one on watch, CTRA. DVX pulled down a little bit, so let's give this one a little more time. Let's see it retest this area and then start curling up. That would look pretty good. Oil looks good. Dino was flirting with it. You know, it didn't quite get to that breakout price, 53.50. Disney getting close to the downtrend. DVN, breakout price 65 flat. Oil looks like it, you know, it's trying to set this bull flag. If we go to a 15-minute chart, it's already trying to start curling up and building this U shape. Already trying. Early entries on this. Any type of gap up, probably buy the gap. Would look pretty decent if it gets good buying off of that. But this looks really good right here. DVN. EOG, very bullish close. These oil plays look like they close very bullish. Oil play, bullish. Excel, bearish. Go back to Excel. Nice U shape, actually kind of breaking through this channel. Could have it set more like that. Now it doesn't look like it is. Positive. Oil play looks pretty good. Fastenal, they have earnings coming up on Thursday, so keep that in mind. So we're gonna keep that on close watch for Thursday. Is that earnings report that looks like it's gonna come pre-market. Farmers, pretty bearish close. Let's see if it can respect this channel, have a gap up into it. FVR, pretty bullish close, nice bull flag there. Google, setting up for a bull flag, breakout price 93 flat. If you go to a 15-minute chart, not a terrible close. With Nasdaq being green, I would expect that Google looks pretty good. HPQ, this looks pretty good for a nice stair step action right there. Previous low, 39. Only got $1 to run before we get to that. Intel, potential double top coming in right there. Let's go to a 15-minute chart and look at that. Intel might be setting up for another leg. So here's your 702 retracement. We actually double top into it. Crack a support, back test the bottom of support. Now our fifth leg down to the trend line. Simple 5-wave structure right there. Unless this 5 leg wants to come down to this neckline, you have a left leg, neckline, right bottom, extended right leg, back test the neckline. Play right here. I would say your neckline's probably right around there. So pretty much almost put wicks to it. So Intel I'd say looks pretty good for tomorrow. Bearish close right here. INVA. Let's go to a day chart. Oh yeah, that wick right there just does not look good. This looks like the bears are starting to win. Breakout potential right there. It was there. I'm sure it faked some people out and they just said, fuck it, I'm gonna sell it. Looks bullish. Bullish close into this downtrend. Kroger starting to curl up. Any type of gap up, you could FOMO it, mark it, and then put an order in off the gap. You know, could get traded down here, but this looks pretty good to start turning positive right there. Breakout price 46.50, call it. Yesterday's high. Light looks good for continuation. That looks very good right there. Lumen. We did have some more ins on Lumen. Has a nice uptrend. We said we liked this previous top right here, and we gave it a shot. So we want to see this start growing and respecting this uptrend. Mara. If Bitcoin's bullish, I expect Mara to continue being bullish. Marps, oil, getting ready to go positive. Matt X, look for a potential gap up over top of this downtrend. Confirm that's over top of it, maybe fill the gap, and then it looks pretty good. Med caught a bit at the end of the day. We did actually put a stop loss in for Med. I did not want to have to mess with this at all. But if this stop loss gives out, I'm really expecting this gap to come into play. MRO, we said we're looking for low 40s. You know, it's looking a lot better. We just went negative. We're already negative. Increasing red volume, flat bottom breakdown. MOS looks good. Let's see how much volume comes in off of this gap up right here. But getting ready to go positive right here. If this can show strength and start turning into a, you know, the bulls, even though it doesn't look like the greatest candle, they kept it from getting down to this gap fill, and I'd say that's impressive enough. And not a very good close. MPC building a nice U shape here. Is this going to turn into a 702? You know, I don't think so. I don't know, we'll see. That one doesn't look as good to me. MRO. Good close. Strong close. Oil on watch. Getting ready to go positive, positive. Make sure it can break this downtrend. Microsoft, bullish close. About ready to go positive, positive. Microsoft, keep it on watch. MSGM. Nope. Mooin. I'm pretty sure we got stopped out of Mooin. If we didn't get stopped out of Mooin, then I don't know what to say. You know, if I am able to put an order, I will put that order down to 27 cents for a stop loss. Netflix. Neo. You know, I think that this had a pretty strong close. Yeah, that's a pretty good close right there. Look for a gap up potential. NRG, strong close. You know, that look right there doesn't look half bad. Gaps up, doesn't even fill the gap. Good strength there. New. You know, new looks pretty good. You know, you have nothing left to say that there's a downtrend. This looks good to retest up to the top end of the channel, 180s. Holding positive and sets a close above the EMA. You're still fine right here. Still potential outs at this 93.90 gap. OLN about ready to go negative. That's not what they're gonna want, but does have a nice uptrend right here. Open pretty strong. Breakout price 180. OVV about to go positive. OXY about to go positive. Oil play right here. PDCE about to go positive. Looks pretty good. PFE bearish. Even though, you know, you could catch a bit up to this gap, but looks bearish. I think you can stay away from Pfizer for right now. PIC goes on a run, starts to form a U shape. Keep this one on watch. Pins respected the top end of the channel. Not surprised. Planet had that consolidation back into this previous wick. Set to close above that. Is this a bullish close? No, a little bearish. Oh boy, this one had a good close though. PLTK. Bet this one's on the watch. Oh yeah. Nice breakout prices, 930. Looked really good. Pure Storage just had a really good close. How about that look, guys? We've been talking about this one since over here. It's been trying to break out of this 2660 so many times. and I've dipped into it multiple times. Now let's see if this can actually have the strength to go back positive. Goes on a run, large drop right here. Even if this is gonna turn into a 5-wave structure, here's your bottom of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 28.50. So potential move, have some outs for 5%, not terrible. Oil looks bullish, oil looks bullish. PayPal, bullish. QDEL, gotta make sure that this stays in this channel. This one is really testing them, but I think that this can start curling up. It's possible. Keep QDEL on just watch right now. QRVO, really respecting this channel upward. Roblox, could see some consolidation down to this previous top again today. Didn't get there today. Tomorrow could be the day it gets to that. RHI, pretty bullish. Looks good. Rig just went through the roof today. Breakout potential. Next thing on the chart is 670. We respected 6 flat and went right through 6 flat and set a close. How about that, guys? Rig looking very bullish. Part of the oil, but it's contract. They contract the oil. One of those shippers. RPC about to go positive. Could say confirmed through the downtrend right here. You can't draw that downtrend any higher. Gaps up right to it. So that looks pretty good. And if you draw it like this, multiple wicks into the top end of that. RRC. Keep this one on watch. Range Resources. I'm sure this is probably an oil play. Looks like an oil play that hasn't quite got to its potential yet. So RRC. Let's go take a look at this one actually. See what they do. Make sure it's an oil play. RRC. Pays a dividend. Oil and gas. Yep. This one will be on the watch list. We are potentially buying this one tomorrow. This does not look that bad. To the top end of this range. Oh boy. Yeah, this one I think is going to be a banger. For those of you tune in today, this might be the one that we open with. Any type of gap up tomorrow, we're buying it. 26.50 gap, we don't care. That looks pretty damn good. Oh, the more I just keep looking at it. To the downtrend, we'll make the runner. To the gap, 2.5%. To the downtrend, 9%. Yeah, 2 outs. You could say there's another out in this high or this gap fill right here. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. RRC. Sleep number looks pretty bullish. SoFi, bullish. Square, bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Set to close. Already got that gap filled. Breakout price over top of this wick. Man, Square looks really good. STLD, bullish. Smith & Wesson just went positive right here. You got the AOK. Pullbacks into the previous high. SWN. This was on the imbalances for a buy. believe it or not, at the end of the day, and it holds 6. Go figure that. There's your imbalance at the end of the day. Boom. That's a nice move right there with an imbalance on there. If it holds 6, SWN, keep that one on watch. What is SWN? If this is an oil play, I'm gonna shit. Oil and gas, I kid you guys not. SWN, holy shit, I gotta look into this company a little bit more. Get out of town. SWN. SWN, have that one on watch. I really expect this to come back test this downtrend. Probably get it at 87. 87 to 87.50. Tilray. Man, this doesn't look like a bull flag. I don't know what to tell you. 3 nice green candles. 1 day consolidation, and now it's turning green. Any type of price above this 325, 334, my bad. You know, probably call it 332. Tilray, keep on watch. T-net, look bearish. Red engulfing candle. If this continues to get some continuation down, you know, we could be potentially cutting T-net. Respected this channel very well. TQ, we already went over the Nasdaq. Trip, just continuing the rip. TSN, catching some volume. A little bearish on the close, potential double top close, but got a nice wedge pattern going on here. UAA, uranium, looks like it had a bullish close. Let's go back to UAA. Man, that looks pretty. Oh my gosh, it's just starting to fill the gap. Do look at that. VLO. See what a little technical analysis can do for you. Look at that. How about that? Man. What's this move on this? 78%. Let's move along. Uranium, you know, traded sideways all day. Breakout price 35.40. Yellow oil play looks pretty good. Bullish close as it gets. I mean, that just looks fucking gorgeous. Does it not? Come on. VTRS. Warner Brothers, flirting with this price. Warner Brothers may have tapped this gap. Close price 35. 2 cents off that gap. You gotta keep Warner Brothers on watch for a sell. Holding. It's holding, filled the gap now. WY. WY. This is oil and gas. Real estate REIT. Huh. Building a nice U shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oil. Let's look at the close. Oh man. I mean, you see what I keep looking at? The same shit over and over again on oil. ZM acting like it wants to break out of this descending channel, but still inside of it. Wait for confirmation here. Oh man, it looks like it really wants to. I would expect rejection. As much as I want to say it's going to break this channel, I would expect rejection and see if it catches a bid at 49 or 69 flat. And VXUS will, just churning away. Nice U shape right there. Goes on a run, builds a U shape. How many of them, guys? How frickin' many of them do I gotta show you? We'll briefly go back to the Nasdaq. Can you guys just picture it already? A full green engulfing candle right here. Looking very bullish. A nice U-shaped pattern right there. Here's your buy on this candle, breakout price. Comes and back tests where the buyers should be buying. Here's where you should be buying. Break out of this wick. What do we back test? Break out of that wick. And now this is the reaction that we're getting. I don't know, I say market looks pretty damn good for tomorrow. I think oil is setting up very good for tomorrow. And it should be a fun day. I hope everyone is green. And if you're not, hopefully you're taking good trades. Live in bets. Every single trade is a separate bet. You want to have the odds in your favor. That is what you want. So little words of wisdom from Reliable Rudy. Live your life in bets. And take the bets where your odds favor you. And that's going to end the stream. And we'll see you guys on the next one in the morning.